generally we already have done, uh, we have already talked about groups and periods, right? We have already talked.
Sir,
Yes,
if I note the notes and मैं उनको याद कर लूँ तो फिर मेरी तैयारी अच्छी हो जाएगी बस।
best,
तो
best.
लाइक क्लास के बाद जो नोट्स है उन नोट्स को मैं एक दफा रिवाइज कर लूँ और फिर जो प्रीवियस नोट्स है उनको भी एक दफा रिवाइज कर लूँ।
Definitely, Elaine, I've told you before that if you're able to go through the notes properly, if you're able to listen to the lecture properly, go through the notes properly, and revise the notes on the same day, I can assure you that you are going to get 80% of your marks for sure. Then rest of the 20%, they depend upon the past paper practice that we are going to be doing in the class. All right. So your major resource for your preparation that you have right now is these notes. All right. Okay. That's groups and periods. We have already discussed groups
ओके
and
सर।
periods, but there are some elements that are transition elements. Transition transition elements. Transition elements are not divided into groups. Into groups. Generally, if you're going to look at the periodic table, it is something like this. It's generally something like this, in which you're going to have 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then 0, or you can say 8, right? These are the groups.
यस।
This is generally what you're going to be seeing, and then you have periods like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there are vertical lines like these, right, for each of these. So on and so forth. But you're going to see that this region, this part where there are elements such as scandium, titanium, uh, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, uh, copper, zinc, and so on, and many others as well. There are many other elements present all over this place. All right, it's full of elements. So full of elements. So they do not have any groups. They are not divided into any groups, but they do have periods. All right. So when we talk about transition elements, they are not divided into groups, but only in periods. But only in periods, or but only in, they're not divided into any groups, but only in periods, right? So what do we mean by that? The reason being them is that this is that the transition elements, they do not have any fixed number of their valencies. The valencies keep on changing, right? They do not have a fixed charge on them. Then valencies keep on changing. You understand this point? So if you
यस।
say that the iron has 2 plus, iron can also have 3 plus. Do you understand?
यस।
You can say the group number actually represents the charge as well, right? So, if iron has, Fe has 2 plus or it has 3 plus, which group is it going to be in? Group 2 or group 3? So there's a confusion for that. So that is why they are not, they have a transitioning valencies. That is why they are not present in any groups, but they have a fixed number of shells. So that is not a problem. So that is why they are present in the periods. right? They are divided into the periods. Is this clear? So transition elements,
Yes,
do
sir,
not
clear.
have. So transition elements are basically elements between, they are between group 2 and group 3. They are present between group 2 and group 3, and the reason they are not in any groups but they are divided into periods, they have varying valencies and charges, right? They are varying valencies and charges, but but have fixed number of shells. Secondly, they also have fixed number of protons and electrons. It does not mean that their protons or electrons are changing. The only problem is that their last shell, how how the charge is going to appear on their last shell is different. That is it, right? They have fixed number of shells, fixed number of electrons, fixed number of protons, fixed number of neutrons as well. But it is only the charge that they are going to have. That is why it's different. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Do you guys have any questions from this?